Have you ever asked yourself, if evil truly disappeared from the world, or did it simply learn how to hide? Before we begin, remember something very important. This is not a random story. This is not history only. This is your own journey. You are a child of Adam, and this channel belongs to you. You are listening to your own story. At the very beginning, all three holy books warn humanity about the same enemy. The Bible speaks of the serpent as a deceiver, not a warrior, not a king, but a whisperer, one who enters through questions. Did God really say? The Torah describes the adversary as one who misleads quietly, who accuses, who plants doubt inside the human heart instead of attacking the body. The Quran reveals the deepest truth, that Iblis failed once in open rebellion, and after that failure he chose a new path. He said, I will sit for them on your straight path. Then I will come to them from before them and from behind them, from their right and from their left. That sentence changed the history of humanity. At that moment Iblis understood something painful. Fire could not defeat clay. Arrogance could not defeat obedience. Open rebellion could not defeat submission. So he changed his war. When Adam and Eve were sent to earth, Iblis did not chase them with flames. He followed them with patience. He watched Adam struggle with earth, with hunger, with fear, with responsibility. He watched Eve nurture life, feel pain, feel love, feel loss. Iblis learned something no angel ever needed to learn: human weakness. The first children of Adam grew up in a silent world. No cities, no kings, no armies, but there was fear. Fear of darkness, fear of death, fear of the unknown. Iblis did not say deny God. He whispered another idea: you can believe in God, but you must protect yourself. And slowly fear became a tool. When the first death happened, when the first grave was dug, human hearts trembled. Iblis whispered again, what if you could control death? What if you could please the unseen? What if you could feel safe? That was the beginning, not idol worship, not disbelief, but fear management. Generations passed, children of Adam multiplied, they moved across lands. They settled near rivers, they formed tribes, and wherever fear grew, Iblis planted an idea: the river feeds us, respect it; the sun warms us, honor it; the storm destroys us, appease it. This was not worship yet. This was emotional attachment. Iblis was patient. He did not rush, because he had learned something powerful. If you control what humans fear, you control what they obey. Centuries passed. The children of Adam forgot their beginning, forgot the garden, forgot the promise, and memory turned into myth. Then came the rise of the first great civilizations. In Mesopotamia, humans learned writing. They learned law. They learned power. But they also learned hierarchy. Kings rose. Priests rose. God slowly moved higher and higher, farther and farther. Iblis never removed God. He placed barriers. You need priests. You need rituals. You need offerings. In ancient Egypt, order became sacred. Pharaoh was no longer a servant of God. He became God himself. People obeyed him not by force, but by belief. Iblis smiled, because humans had learned to bow without chains. In the Indus Valley, cities were clean. Trade was advanced. Life was organized. But spirituality became mechanical. God became distant. Ritual replaced connection. In ancient China, ancestors were honored. Memory was worshipped. Respect turned into submission. In the Americas, spirits ruled forests and mountains. Fear ruled belief. Different lands, same pattern. Iblis never demanded disbelief. He offered alternatives. Fear instead of faith. Habit instead of truth. Power instead of accountability. This was silent control. By now Iblis had mastered his new war. He no longer needed to appear. He no longer needed to argue. Humans defended him unknowingly. They protected lies emotionally. When the first prophets were sent, they did not face ignorance. They faced comfort. People said, "We believe, but not now." Later, and later became never. Iblis learned that delaying truth is stronger than denying it. He learned that humans fear change more than lies. And this war continues, even today. He does not tell you to reject God. He tells you to wait. After success, after enjoyment, after youth. But time is the sharpest weapon. Before we go further, remember, this story is not about the past only. It is about you. You are still here. That itself means something, because most people leave when truth starts getting uncomfortable. Remember, this is not history alone. This is your own reflection. After silent control took root, Iblis refined his strategy. He understood one critical truth. Humans do not need to be forced. They need to be convinced. As populations grew, as cities expanded, as trade connected distant lands, a new hunger was born. Control, not survival, not food, but dominance. In Mesopotamia, kings ruled by claiming divine approval. They said the gods chose us. Questioning the king became questioning heaven. Iblis did not create tyranny. He justified it. People obeyed not because they were weak, but because they were afraid of being wrong. In Egypt, order was everything. Chaos was the enemy. Pharaoh claimed to be the bridge between heaven and earth. Obedience became worship. Silence became loyalty. People stopped asking, "Is this right?" They started asking, "Is this allowed?" Iblis learned that fear of punishment is stronger than love of truth. In Greece, intelligence became sacred. Reason became authority, but pride slipped in quietly. Humans stopped asking, "What is morally right?" They started asking, "What sounds intelligent?" Iblis whispered, "You do not need revelation. You have your mind." And slowly the mind became an idol. In Rome, power was holy. Expansion was destiny. Strength defined truth. Victory defined righteousness. The defeated were wrong by default. Iblis taught humanity a dangerous lesson. If you win, you are right. In the Indus Valley and later civilizations, order and routine dominated life. Religion became inherited, not chosen. Faith turned into tradition. Tradition turned into identity. Questioning became betrayal. Iblis loved inherited belief, because inherited belief is rarely examined. In ancient China, harmony replaced accountability. Balance replaced justice. Do not disturb order, even if order is wrong. Iblis whispered, "Peace is more important than truth." Across continents, across cultures, the same shift happened. God was still remembered, but no longer central. He was respected, but not followed. Mentioned, but not obeyed. Iblis never erased belief. He diluted it. He surrounded truth with noise. Ceremonies, festivals, rules, dress, symbols. So humans felt religious, without being obedient. When prophets came, they threatened comfort, not belief. They said, "You are wrong." And people hate that sentence. Not because it is false, but because it demands change. Prophets did not attack idols only. They attacked pride, status, control. That is why prophets were rejected. Not because people did not understand, but because they understood too well. Iblis knew this, so he adjusted again. He stopped making truth look false. He made it look extreme. Too strict, too old, too unrealistic. He whispered, "Be balanced, do not go too far." And balance became an excuse. Humans said, "We believe in God, but also in ourselves. We follow guidance, but only when convenient." Iblis never needed temples. He needed excuses. As centuries passed, Empires fell, new ones rose, names changed, languages changed, clothes changed, but the strategy stayed the same. Control thought, control fear, control desire, make humans believe they are choosing, while guiding their options. By now Iblis was no longer fighting prophets directly. He was fighting memory. He blurred the line between truth and culture. People defended their way of life, not knowing who designed it, and this silent control became normal. So normal, that chains were no longer visible. You made it here. That already means the silence did not win. Because most people never reach this point. They stay distracted, comforted, busy. This final part is where the war becomes personal. As centuries moved forward, the world entered a new phase. Science advanced, empires collapsed, religion remained, but authority shifted. No longer kings, no longer priests, no longer prophets. Now the new gods were ideas. Progress, freedom, success, pleasure. Iblis did not fight faith. He redefined it. Believe in whatever you want. Just do not let it control you. That sentence sounded harmless, but it removed God from the center. In medieval times power wore crowns. In modern times power wears invisibility. Systems decide, trends guide, algorithms predict, and humans obey without noticing. Iblis learned something extraordinary. If people feel independent, they never question control. People stopped asking, "Is this true?" They started asking, "Does this feel right?" Emotion replaced morality. Desire replaced discipline. Iblis no longer needed idols. He offered identities. Be whoever you want. Do whatever you feel. Define your own truth. Truth became personal, and therefore powerless. Meanwhile civilizations flourished. In Europe industry reshaped life. Time became money. Rest became weakness. In America freedom became absolute. But purpose faded. In the East tradition held strong. But fear of change grew. In the Middle East memory remained alive. But division entered. Different lands. Same trap. Busy people do not rebel. Comforted people do not reflect. Iblis whispered, "You have time." Later. And later became permanent. God was no longer denied. He was postponed. When suffering came, people asked, "Why does God allow this?" But they never asked, "Why did we ignore him?" This is the greatest illusion of silent control. Blame without accountability. Faith without obedience. Hope without effort. And here is the truth that breaks the spell. Iblis never gained new power. Humans handed it to him. He does not force. He suggests. He does not command. He distracts. He does not destroy belief. He delays action. The Quran warned. The path of Iblis is gradual. The Bible warned. Deception comes disguised as wisdom. The Torah warned. Misguidance enters through comfort. All three said the same thing. The enemy will not arrive screaming. He will arrive sounding reasonable. But here is the hope. And this is where the story returns to you. You are not powerless. Because silent control breaks the moment awareness begins. The moment you question, "Why do I believe this? Who benefits from my fear? What am I delaying?" The chain weakens. Iblis fears one thing only. A conscious child of Adam. Not perfect, not sinless, but aware. Because awareness leads to choice. And choice leads back to God. This channel exists for that reason. Not to scare you, but to wake you. Not to blame the past, but to reclaim the present. This is not my story. This is your story. If you felt something today, if something inside you shifted, then do not walk away. Stay with this journey. Subscribe. Join this story. Because this is the story of the children of Adam. And the war only ends when we remember who we are.